It's news time. Information is power. The current. The news headline. Buhari has finally finished us. Nigerians lament as pure water now sells for 300 naira, 400 naira per bag. The news in full. Nigerians living in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja, have lamented the over 100% rise in the price of sachet water, popularly known as pure water. According to them, President Muhammadu Buhari regime has finally finished the masses by taking ordinary water out of their reach. Findings by Daily Post showed that what is known as a bag of sachet water, which contains 20 sachets, is now sold for 200 naira to 250 naira by factories, while retailers sell for 300 naira to 400 naira as against the initial price between 80 naira to 150 naira. This means that a 50 cl sack of pure water, which was sold for 10 naira before now, is now sold for nothing less than 20 naira to 30 naira depending on the area. Resellers, such as cold room operators, may sell at 240 naira a bag. This development follows the trend of minute-by-minute rise in prices of goods and services in the country currently battling unimaginable inflation. Some sections of Abuja residents who shared their grievances with Daily Post lamented that pure water has been their savior due to the unavailability of a reliable source and supply of safe and hygienic water. Daily Post findings further revealed that millions of Nigerians and the people in the country, especially in the commercial sites, in commercial cities, shanties, and rural area, actually rely on the popular pure water for their daily drinking needs. Pure water producers, under the Association of Table Water Producers Association of Nigeria, on Thursday announced that they have imposed an increase due to rising production costs. Water producers are to sell to their customers if less than 100 bags at 200 naira per bag, the notice partly said. However, some pure water companies who spoke to Daily Post in Abuja all cited the increase in cost of production, saying that they could no longer afford to produce at a loss. We can't continue the way we were going. At a point, many of us wanted to shut down completely. But after our general meeting last week, we decided to carry on, but not as we used to, one of the factory operators who pleaded not to be mentioned told Daily Post. What is the essence of venturing into a business if instead of making gains, you are losing the little one you've secured? Prices of raw materials we use for production are now 200% higher than what we used to buy them. So, the only option to remain in business is to increase the price of the product, he added. Nigerians on the streets of Abuja and markets are not happy with the developments and are calling on the government to show more concern to plight of ordinary Nigerians. June Ibegulam, who loads taxi in Wuse Motor Park, said that, "My brother, this one tire me. How can we take survive? Just when we talk say we no fit buy food, chop again. Now water don't join food. I stand here under the sun for the whole day. When it was 10 naira, I drink at least 10 to 15, but now I have to reduce to 5. This government is killing us faster than we expected. Now only God go save us." Mama Aminat, a market woman in a market, said, "Wetin you want make I talk? You no say everything don't spoil. Buhari don't finally finish us. The worst you can do to any living thing is to deny them water. Food aside, no one can do it without water, and that many people can no longer afford ordinary pure water is a big problem. I be mama. I get 4 children. Before, we buy 3 bags for 360 naira, but now 3 bags na 750 naira. Tell me how we won't take do am. Na only water person go drink?" An Abuja-based medical expert who spoke on condition of anonymity, told Daily Post as well that the hike in price of sachet water may lead to waterborne diseases and death. According to him, people, mostly those living in shanties and rural areas, will now resort to contaminated water due to inability to afford cleaner water for themselves and members of their families. He listed some of the most common waterborne diseases to include typhoid fever, cholera, giardia, dysentery, Escherichia coli, hepatitis A, and salmonella, and called on the current administration to see to the welfare of ordinary Nigerians, adding that if all citizens have access to clean water, these diseases would not exist. And this is the analysis that sequel to the fact that the pure water, which happens to be our usual escape route when it comes to water while not at home, has actually increased, to selling of 300 naira and 400 naira per bag, and people, at least the Nigerians, are seriously lamenting about this, because Nigerians in the Federal Capital Territory, most especially, have been lamenting that over 100% rise on the sachet water, and while the Daily Post actually tried to talk to the factory sellers, they were able to gather some facts, because as at then it used to be between 80 naira to 150 naira, unlike the 200 naira to 250 naira by factories now, of which the retailers now sell for 300 naira to 400 naira, depending on the area. And while being interviewed, some of the factory sellers, their leaders actually say that if not for the reconsideration that they had some weeks ago while discussing with themselves, that they would have stopped, producing pure water because of the rising production costs, saying that they cannot meet up with it, because what is the essence of producing what they know that they will not gain from at the end of the day, saying that the raw materials that they use for this production are now 200% higher than what they used to buy them, and the only option they have to remain in business is to actually increase the price of products. And when some of the citizens of the road, the streets, were interviewed about how they felt about this, they were not happy at all. In June, Ibigbulam says that at a particular point in time, because he works under the sun, he used to take 10 per day, but now 10 to 15 per day, but now he has reduced it to 5, using the word that the government is killing us faster than we expected, and that it is only God that can save us. And a medical expert who was saying that if care is not taken, that people may resort to contaminated water due to their inability to afford clean water for themselves and the member of their family, and this may lead to a whole lot of diseases that can take their lives if care is not taken. Thanks for listening.